I've always thought of myself as the hero to my own story. This is not to say that I act selfishly or that I'm self-absorbed or anything like that. Well, maybe I am, maybe a little. It only means that I take the opportunity to reflect on my experience and my role in that experience. And this has really helped me understand the world around me, understand the behaviors of others, and understand my own behaviors and my own experiences in kind of a very specific way and using a very specific narrative. It kind of started when I was a child. My parents always praised me for my accomplishments. They were always wonderful in giving me that positive reinforcement. And they gave me the feeling that I could achieve anything if I just set my mind to it. If I just focused, if I just did that work that was in front of me, then I could achieve it. Now, since then, I've realized that my background, how I was brought up, had a huge effect on what I've been able to accomplish in my life. So I just want to acknowledge that. But my narrative, that kind of internal voice that's going on in the back of my head, that's trying to make sense of the world around me, that's trying to interpret my reality, has always had this kind of blind confidence. Now, this is not to say that I don't have insecurities. I have a ton of insecurities and a ton of fears, but there is a certain sense of bravado about that voice in my head, a certain sense of, oh, we can accomplish this, we can get through this, we can figure this out. It's a very positive voice there that's guided me. And I think it's really served me well, because as I've grown, as this voice has kind of accompanied me throughout my life, have told me over and over again, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. It's really helped me maintain a positive attitude. It's really helped me maintain a certain self-confidence when I approach new or different things that I've never approached or never thought of before. It's reinforced the feeling that I have that I can do it, that I can figure it out. And so over the years, this narrative has become part of my story, and that's part of how I've placed myself as the hero in my own world. And I've been really lucky to have an amazing group of people who have kind of helped reinforce that perspective, who have been supportive of me and who've cared about me and who've helped guide me and help shape my world and help shape my understanding of that world. But I also acknowledge that for a lot of people out there, you can feel like a villain in your own story. You can feel like you are your own worst enemy. And this is really challenging, because the more you tell yourself that, the more it reinforces that perspective. And the more often you will cast yourself as the villain in your story. So if you find that you've become your own worst enemy, if you've found that the villain in your story is not out trying to get you, but is inside of you, just take heart. Remind yourself of the accomplishments that you've done, that you've achieved. I don't care how big or how small they are. If it's an accomplishment that you got up out of bed today and took a shower, great. That's amazing. Good for you. If it's an accomplishment that you got a job and you tried something new and you pushed yourself to achieve something and you did it, then take ownership of that. I think the biggest challenge a lot of people experience is not owning that space, not owning that achievement, and just saying, no. Yes, we were a team. There was 5 or 6 of us, but I was part of that team. I own part of that success. And I think that can help change that narrative. It can flip the script and turn you from a villain to a hero in your story.